Hello, my name is Nick Motichka. I'm a police officer currently with the Calgary Police Service. I've been with Calgary for just a little over 10 years, and prior to that I was with the RCMP for approximately 6 years. I just wanted to read something that I wrote this evening. Today was a hard day for me. Something was taken away from me that I can never get back. Watching members of the Ottawa Police Service seize fuel from peaceful protesters took away a long-held belief that I thought to be a lasting truth. And that is that the police are here, when push really comes to shove, to protect and help people. I will never see my profession in the same light than I did before today. What I saw was the police doing politicians' dirty work, like hired goons. This goes against every reason why I chose this mostly thankless, difficult, traumatizing career with terrible hours. The reason I got into law enforcement was to help people. However naive that was, it is my honest truth. As the years wore on, I'll be the first to admit that I got jaded, but I never let anything compromise my integrity. I always applied the front page of the newspaper test, and that is, would I be okay with whatever I was about to do, being on the front page of the paper? Or a news story in your feed for younger viewers. Doing what was right, even when no one was looking, even if it was difficult, was always the right decision. What is happening in Ottawa with the clear political influence on the police to physically exert political will on peaceful protesters for nothing more than possible political gain is so very wrong on so many levels. I was just following orders is no longer an excuse. It is time to stand up and speak out by refusing to breach your fellow citizens' fundamental charter rights. You signed up to help people. Stand with your fellow Canadians and say enough is enough. There is no doubt that we are all part of history right now. I have one question for you. Which side do you want to be on?
Ken at Little Sass asked him what was up. Yeah, people are on edge because they talk to the internet. And the internet talks about how the police are playing a big build-up. And yes, Thomas Quigley speaking for the truckers last night at a press conference that you can check in with Laura Lynn to see that from last night was not inspiring confidence at all. He looked like a defeated man who had, was surprised that police might crack down. They have had a war room in place of ways to sabotage this movement from the beginning. The false flags, the false Nazi flags and false Confederate flags that are of their own making is all they're running on as a pretext, and the fact that they've hystericalized the Ottawa populace by saying it's an insurrection, they're harassing people. No one's harassing anyone except mass people that have been whipped up into a frenzy by watching too much news. So, we're all here, we're all peaceful. No one here is scared. I've never found a trucker yet that's like, oh my God, they threatened to arrest us unlawfully, I better go home. Everyone is here to do what must be done and stay here peacefully. What the police do is up to them. What's up, brother? And we feel no pressure by them to be, oh, we're going to leave. Oh, I was going to save my country, but then I heard that the police might unlawfully arrest people on no reason whatsoever. No one here is scared of that, guys. The police, it's up to them in their own conscience. We've done what we can to build goodwill with them, and now it's in their court. If there's RCMP all suited up and we've got their riot shields, we're going to tell them our name, and then we're going to say we'd like to speak with counsel before we talk to you any further. Everyone here knows the deal. No one here is scared. I said on day one, this is a no fear campaign. All this bad stuff, doom and gloom that I thought could happen has not happened. They have a couple of flags of their own making to generate a demonization of this movement, and that's it. People are abandoning them. Right now, the Liberals are running away from Trudeau. Right now, you've had Aaron switched out with Pierre for whatever cosmetic purpose that serves. It's just a different puppet that doesn't speak as stupid as Aaron did, but that's neither here nor there, guys. We'll talk about the political aspect after we win the mandates war. But we're all here and we're not worried. You're worried because you feel helpless because you're not here. Why don't you fix that? If you lose contact with us and cell phone service goes down, everyone come here, or elect one person of your family that can be loaded up with supplies, water, canned goods to come down as a representative. Make sure you pick someone who's not easily agitated and can stay Jedi-like calm in the face of tyranny that's going to be hoisted upon us. We're all here for the long haul. We're all here for freedom. We're not scared of being unlawfully arrested. Stop shitting your pants out there, guys. I get it. It's a psyop of misproportion, but you can live through this. Just tuning in to give you guys a report on the day's events. Yes, maybe it's been pretty quiet, and I get it that a no-news day might not be a good day when one of the threats is they're going to knock out cell phone service and isolate us. You guys know what to do when that time comes. If we're here, if our job is to be the martyrs and be victims of tyranny, then we'll gladly take our lot in life. These are a very, very brave bunch, a very, very disciplined bunch of truckers who are not going to be provoked. They don't feel fear. They just fear returning to the communist dystopia that is descending on all our lives, and you've made the mistake of getting into this trial vial of this 2 injections, and now you get a third, and they're telling you that the third makes you more likely to get COVID. It's a mad world. Why are you still living in a mad world? We heard our Minister of Emergencies and Public Safety come out today and say, no, we're not listening, we're not talking to them. We've chosen our plan, and it's mass vaccination. And once you get vaccinated, freedom will return. But that didn't happen. Remember when they said once we reach 75%, we'll get herd immunity? They didn't do that. Once we get to 90%, they're just mad that the 90% don't hate the 10% enough. They want to turn you into bloodthirsty, murderous people who turned on the kulaks during the Holodomor and murdered their fellow man. It's not going to happen. We know you love us, and we know that they don't have the army they think they have. We know that 60% of the people that got 2 shots are never getting a booster, guys. The only thing keeping you down is the fact that the government has mandated it, and they keep telling you this fake promise that you'll have freedom back once you get injected again. You've had Peter McCullough saying it takes 10 to 15 months to clear these synthetic garbage spikes out of your body, but they want to keep doing it every 3 months. They're trying to kill you. We're here to save you from killing yourself, or at least not make us join you on your Jonestown lemonade drinking trip, okay? We're getting out of this nightmare that you've created by just going along with it, by going along. But look at us, we're complying. It's silent, isn't it? This court injunction from the judge is lovely because they've at least acknowledged that this is a genuine protest, and as long as we're not using air horns and train horns, they're recognizing it as a legitimate protest. So the police that are being demanded by the bureaucrats to come crack down on us have no reason to do so. We are peaceful people. We have been misrepresented by false flags that only they, the criminals themselves, are incentivized to commit, guys. Don't believe it. Come down and see for yourself, and remain peaceful when you do get down here. But we do need numbers down here, guys. It's going to be incredibly awkward to arrest millions of patriotic Canadians. Bye.
Hello everyone. I hope everybody's doing fine. My shift was over tonight and on my way home. Folks, I couldn't help but think about everything that's going on in our country and in our world, up in Canada. You know, these folks are really standing up for what they believe in, and rightfully so. But the videos and stuff I seen today of officers taking people's fuel, taking people's gasoline, and I can't help but stop and think about this. You know, as an officer, my career, I've heard countless times about integrity, being a person of integrity, doing the right thing even when no one is looking. Now, I don't know what Canada's constitution is. I've never really looked into it. But no matter who you are, if you're in law enforcement, regardless, any place in the world, integrity is one thing you should always take seriously. And that's doing the right thing even when no one is looking. My oath was to the Constitution of the United States. And my oath was to protect the constitutional rights and the people of the community in which I serve. At no time did I ever swear an oath to a politician. And my integrity runs deeper than their political gain. It's just my thoughts, folks. Something that was eating at me, I thought I'd share it with you. And that's just how I feel.